Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another broadcast of Jerusalem's Gate. The ones that's following Jerusalem's Gate knows that I don't customarily put out so many videos in a short period of time like I have. But what I'm doing is, you heard me preach if you've been following Jerusalem's Gate for many, many years now, the things that's happening in the world and how it relates to the prophecies of the end days. And I've been showing videos for years and years now. Well, also for many years, I've been telling you these signs will increase in frequency and in severity as we get closer to one of two things: the rapture or the day of God. If you do not know what the day of God is, read 2 Peter. He describes it, and it's not a pretty day, I can assure you. So we pray for the rapture before that day. If the rapture happens before that, we don't know. For some reason, God left that to the first person of the Trinity. But these videos are not going back in the past. It's the last 24 hours, what's been happening, and I'm showing what's been happening in just the last 24 hours. And there's such a amount of videos you can play, so you just have to pick one. But we have a very gracious God and a loving God, and He's pleading with His creation to return to under the fold of Christ. It's like I've been preaching for many, 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 many years. I've tried every avenue to get the word out for many, many years, and anybody that knows me knows that I have been doing that. And I've been preaching that we got to return as a Christian nation. We got to change a few things in our country, and these things will stop, and God will turn it into a blessing, and He will open up the gates of heaven and pour out blessing and protection on our country. I've been preaching that every possible way for many, many years. But the video I'm showing you is in Indonesia, the flooding. And the flooding is not abnormal in Indonesia. But what's important about this video and how it relates to end days is that the people that they're interviewing saying it's getting worse and worse every year. So again, it's not going in the past, it's just the last 24 hours. Again, we have a gracious God that's pleading with His creation to return to Jesus. And these signs will continue to get more severe and more frequent as we get closer to one of the two things. But anyway, the video's coming up. Remember, we love you, and we're trying everything. I'm trying everything in my power to get the word out. So here comes the video. We'll see you on the next broadcast.
Jakarta is the world's fastest sinking city. Every monsoon season is a reminder of the worsening crisis as large parts of the city are once again submerged. In Jakarta's east, thousands of people were moved to safety as floodwaters reached up to 1.8 meters high in some areas. Rescuers and police worked together to help people escape.
The water in my home is still chest high. All my belongings got flooded. I tried to put them somewhere higher, but then last night the water also went higher.
The Indonesian capital is home to about 10 million people, and thousands are now without power. Many here are so accustomed to this recurring disaster, they choose to wait it out on balconies and roofs.
Flooding is an annual event here in Jakarta. It's something that this community in East Jakarta is well accustomed to. But this year, many communities which have never experienced severe flooding before are doing so for the first time. And scientists say Jakarta's local government must act faster to save this sinking city.
In the relatively affluent area of Kemang, people told Al Jazeera they have never experienced such severe flooding. Jakarta's Governor Anies Baswedan says local authorities are working swiftly to assist everyone.
Our main and top priority is to make sure the people are safe. We don't want to see any casualties, and we've prepared evacuation centres for people who are affected by the torrential rain.
But this crisis is about more than just rain. Experts have criticised the governor for failing to act and for blaming the rain when there are other factors contributing to the floods. River normalisation projects have been delayed and scaled back, despite experts saying they would help ease the annual flooding. and excessive groundwater extraction and the destruction of adequate green spaces mean the city is sinking at an even faster rate.
Jakarta has an obligation to fix its drainage and complete river normalization projects. This is to increase the function and capacity of the rivers, to contain the rainfall without causing floods.
Forced from their homes without their toys, it's not the first time these children have played in floodwaters, and it likely won't be the last. As thousands of Indonesians are forced to leave their homes and belongings once again, many are asking what it will take for the authorities to act. Jessica Washington, Al Jazeera, Jakarta.